Sunday, late afternoon. It's time for our third match of the day. Foggy versus 40. And so far, we got 2 Chinese players in the round of 8. But what about the Westerners? Not to be seen yet, except Happy there, of course. Foggy and Starbuck, they are the Western hopes in this bracket. Can they overcome Fortitude? Or is the Chinese the favorite here, boys?
Ooh. Tough to say. It's hard with Foggy. Sometimes he shows up and he looks like the best Night Elf in the world. And then sometimes he shows up and he doesn't necessarily ever look bad, but he looks like a European player. So, it's hard to say which Foggy you're going to get.
A European player coming from NA. It's ridiculous. Do you dare insult?
Hey, we got some of the
players?
best Night Elf players, man. We got OC, we got Logwalk.
Dude,
Come on, man.
I kick you off the broadcast if you ever mention OC and Longwalk in the same sentence ever again.
Those are my boys. Come on, I'm sure they'd be fine with it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think Foggy definitely normally expected to make it through here, right, and have a showing in the playoffs. He wasn't always able to qualify. He's normally not as diligent with his ladder plays as, for example, Happy would be, Kaho would be, Focus would be, right? They always get in those hours. They always get in their mass games where they end up in the top 4 in the end. Foggy rarely is, so he has to play these play-ins oftentimes. But he is, and has been, for a very, very long time, the second best European player, right behind Happy, of course. So, yeah, a lot of fans, of course, on Foggy's side. And normally it feels like he's supposed to make it through. But not easy opponents for him, obviously.
Exactly. But I did some research today, boys, and I looked at the W3Champions ladder at the Grandmaster rankings on the homepage. And then I didn't follow the usual rankings, but I sorted by MMR. And Foggy is currently, I sorted by MMR is what I said. After the 3 Happy accounts, there's Kaho number 2, and then just 1 MMR point behind is Foggy on rank 3. And I bet you did not know this.
Is that 2,600 or is that above 26?
That is 2,590.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, because, 20, even 25 is pretty sick. But yeah, if he hits the 26, that's pretty crazy. Not many people can get up there. A lot of people struggle, I think, even to get 24. And what by me, a lot of people, I mean, even like top players can struggle to get 2,400. So very impressive from Foggy and shows he's been grinding.
Thank you, Chemico, for the raid, by the way. Thank you, Ray Bear, for the 12 month. Thank you, Eris, for the 13 month. Thank you, Plasma Stone, for the 7 month. Thank you, Jumbo, for the raid. And thank you all for your support, everybody. Looks like we are getting ready, and I hope this works out well. What are our maps, ladies and gentlemen? Gentlemen. You are both very nice gentlemen.
Yeah, bro.
I can be whatever you want me to be, Neil.
Can't you tell? We got Autumn Leaves, Springtime, and Shallow Grave. So the new maps here being presented. No Amazonia, no Concealed Hill, no Northern Isles. No, we see the newer maps, and I'm excited.
Me too, my man. When we casted the Arcadia World Series qualifiers, Foggy was playing against Hawk. And oh boy, did Foggy destroy Hawk on that. Do we really play this? Okay. Seems like we have even conditions. Are they willing to play this, or do we have a dispute is the question right now.
Yeah, that is the question. Foggy, of course, used to playing on netties, and although I have the luxury of playing on netties with 120 MS, Western Canada is nice for that. Foggy didn't always, so he's used to the higher numbers when it comes to ping.
It seems like they play this. Do we just assume they play this?
I think so.
I think so too. All right. First question here, was Fortitude going with his human race? Yes, he is. And Foggy, of course, sticking with the Night Elves as he always does. So yeah, he was destroying Hawk in the qualifier for Rara Land with 3-0. Ultra aggressive Huntress all-in pushes and Keeper Craft. Remo, can we expect the same?
Oftentimes, Foggy is quite fond of that strategy. I think it comes down a lot to the map as well and the opening that the human's going to go for. I've seen Fortitude before going for the fast expansion, like the super fast expansion. You know, go to the gold mine first and creep that and expand there right away. And against that, a mass hunts all-in can very much be playable. And I feel like, yeah, this is a very likely option. Foggy also against... In other matchups, did that in the past. Against Undead, for example, against Undead fast expansion, you used to do that all the time. So, yeah, as far as I know, Foggy still likes that strat quite a bit, and 40 is going to go for the fast expansion here, it seems like. But Fortitude also one of the few humans, right, who sometimes doesn't play fast expansion. We've seen him play tower pushes before. We've seen him play just one base tech before, but here seems to be the fast expansion. And the first painful loss for Foggy, by the way. He lost the Wisp, didn't detonate it in time, which means the AM's gonna get level 2 right away from this game.
Whoopsie. All right, we got another Entangle. It is Entangle first, by the way, no Treant, so it is first blood at this stage as well. And Foggy, classic Foggy play, Hunter's Hall, Engine of War, Mass Hunts, Ultra Aggression, all in.
All right, you called it. Foggy has shown this strategy plenty of times in the past. Would love to harass the peasants here now as well. If he gets one peasant last hit, that's level 2. This needs to be denied. Despite the high ping, can he manage to... Oh, he's a bit too slow! And there the ping perhaps hurts him, and now the keeper's level 2, and that makes things quite a bit more complicated.
Oh yeah, both with weights on, I guess, but off we go. Treants into the base, there's no arcane, but at least he can build that expansion, but with only one worker!
It's looking a bit weird by 40. This is not much power build at all. This is going to take forever. And Foggy, I think he loves the position he finds himself in. He sees this is a huge delay on the expansion. And in the meantime, his Ancient of Wars are coming up. Huntresses are on the way. It's nighttime now. He's going to go for Ultra Vision, probably also a Telestaff. And 40 is in serious trouble already.
Yeah, very few human players find a solution against this Mass Huntress push. 40 is a little bit of a trickster. He finds openings where no one else does. And maybe he can defend this with mercenaries.
Oh, this is such a big deal. Who gets it?
Oh, 40 gets it eventually.
Foggy gave it up. I think he didn't have the gold, right, to go for the Merc. But if he takes out the Shadow Priest, which he will right away, the Archer shows herself again. And that is 200 gold down the drain.
Ouch, that does hurt indeed. And that wasn't even Foggy's final form. Now the first push with Hunts. This expansion, it's only at 3/4.
With the next Force of Nature, he can open up the trees from behind if he wants. He's gonna be ready in a moment. The Huntress is here. The tower is cancelled. I feel like we might be seeing a GG here quite soon.
Yeah, looks like it. Nature's wrath just overwhelming, peasant after peasant after peasant falling. Yeah, Foggy is a little bit too much for poor 40 here.
A couple of good denies, but oh my god, every single peasant died. The power build has been halted. He has to wait for the militia duration to run out to finally finish the expansion. With the tower having been cancelled already, Foggy runs back to the Moonwells, getting even upgrades for the Huntresses. And can heal them up now, but limited healing, I guess, on Foggy. Fortitude, he needs all the help he can get now.
Oh yeah, if you're a human fan, you had a lot to celebrate earlier, but this is the typical suffering that you guys are going through in the scene nowadays. Wisps are coming, AP push and detonates against water elementals. I guess hero focus, some kind of surround is what can help 40, but only that to a degree.
Deados. Huge detonates, gets rid of basically 2 water elementals, and look at the confidence on Foggy. He puts an AP right there in the opponent's face, not even behind the tree line. And so many Huntresses ready as well. The Keeper's low HP, but it doesn't matter. The Hunts are pushing away the threats that are facing the Keeper. This tower must finish. This Arcane must come up. But it still has so much time left to be upgraded.
And level 3. That's additional mana, and that's additional kills. Oh man, this is spiraling out of control so quickly. It's just brutal. The series between these guys were so even in the 2010s when we had Wardens and masked Hippo Riders, not Hippo Riders, Dragon Hawks, and then Tinkers with rockets. But here, we have a Keeper, we have Hunts, and we have Annihilation.
This is brutal, dude. That's a tough game. This is where the mental fortitude, if you will, is going to be tested. Can the Chinese player bounce back from such a smacking? That was tough. That was just... He was just getting owned and walloped from beginning to end. It's a painful game.
That is exactly what happened to Hawk in the World Series qualifier. Exactly the same.
You know, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I've been saying it since I think the first game I ever saw on Autumn Leaves. Bigger expansion, Cobalt expansion. It's more experience, better item, further away from your opponent, has safe green camps close by that you can creep while still defending the expansion, and then you can split Militia and creep your Berserker, get level 3. You know what solves Huntress pushes? Level 2 Water Elementals. If you don't get level 3, this is what we saw Imphy and TH do in the past when they played against Massons. They massively prioritize getting level 3. Even if they have to use Militia and delay their tech for minutes because of their Militia usage, they get level 3. Level 2 Water Elementals is you need, or else you lose the game. And then you have to split against the detonates like Fortitude did not do. But yeah, top left expansion, man. It wouldn't have won him the game, but it would have made it a little bit easier to defend that expansion.
Yeah. Tough game. Fortitude on the following map. Maybe he's going to have a better chance. We're going to Shallow Grave next, where an early Merc camp is available if he wants. It's a tough Merc camp, though, to creep. I've seen humans be able to creep that one, but also is a bit risky. Like, if a Wisp lands in there and gets a detonate off on 2 Watch Elementals, it can also be painful. And without that Mercenary camp, might be a bit tougher again against the Keeper. I think a really big moment there in that first game was also the Shadow Priest being sniped by Foggy, not allowing that one to get into the safe position, get off those dispels, benefiting from the Brilliance Aura and all that. Foggy knew exactly what he had to do. That was just a beautiful game by him.
All right, and if you see this game at your Starbuck, maybe you reconsider playing human against this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what would he play? Would he play just random against Foggy? Do you get a big advantage from random? I suppose that's a story for the next series. But yeah, it's definitely a question he's going to be thinking about.
Dude, this prelims could turn out to be a disaster for China. All 4 Chinese players might just be eliminated if Fortitude is not able to bounce back from this. It is a different map. This map is Shallow Grave. So let's see if Foggy can just close it out 2-0 or if we get game 3.
Oh, I like what we're seeing already. Foggy wants to go for his own mercenary camp, and on a map with a hard mercenary camp, we've seen that from Last Refuge before. What is the hero choice? Oftentimes it is the Beastmaster. One of my favorite heroes in the game might be shown here once again because it certainly is a neutral hero build. Is it going to be Beastmaster or is it going to be something else perhaps?
Foggy is a beastie boy, isn't he? You gotta fight for your right to Expo. Was almost hoping for some cheeky plays by Fortitude, but this does look quite standard on his side. Just, it has become more or less the norm, right? To play Beastmaster on this map?
I've also seen quite a bit of Keeper. The Lightning Shield creep on the other side, instead of going for the Merc camp, is also very good. I feel like Night has lots of options to go for really good beginning creep routes on this map. Going for the counter expansion oftentimes feels a bit harder to do because, first of all, the expansion is hard to creep, and also the proxy Tree of Life is in a very predictable position and also an attackable position if your opponent has the initiative and can go out on the map. But of course, the point of the Beastmaster is to creep super fast, to get the Mercs, to get the level 3, to have a strong tier 1 army, and then you are the aggressor, and the human oftentimes has to play very careful, very defensive.
Did you check the Altar of Kings?
Oh my god, he's going MK first.
Yeah, baby! Hammer to the head!
Isn't that terrible against Beastmaster?
A Mountain King
Beastmaster's
was
too tanky to kill him with Stormbolt, and what are you going to do against the bears?
Dispel them from the mercenary camp with like the Shadow Priest. Open up the
optimism,
MK.
Neo.
Yes,
I like
always.
your optimism. That's good.
Pillar of positivity.
I'm very worried, dude. This is once the Beastmaster level 3 and is attacking, it's not going to be easy to defend with this MK. But let's see what 40 has prepared.
Okay. This is an unusual matchup that we don't see too often. Beastmaster confirmed for Foggy. Not an aggressive one to harass the mercenary camp. That would have been a little bit too brave. For 40, it comes down, of course, to what item he gets here. Could be a great one, or for both players. I think Mountain King more item reliable than the Beastie is. But I like that Fortitude is trying something. Like the game one, that didn't work at all. Foggy too oppressive. If you play standard, you have no choice. So why not try something cheesy?
So I guess for the Shadow Priest himself, used one of the few abolishes to get rid of the inner fire here to creep this a bit faster. Of course, going against an MK, he doesn't need that against summons. Gotta remove the cat. We know that all too well. And thinking about the MK choice, was he expecting a Warden maybe? Is that the reason why he picked MK? Because MK is normally matches up pretty well against the Warden. But of course, she is not found here.
I think he just wants to put his faith into Stormbolt and surrounds and lots of hero focus.
He's not even expanding. He's just running across the map with level 2
Yes.
MK. Alright, 40. Let's go.
Hammer time it is against 2 bears, though. It's only level 1
Bears are so
bears.
good.
They are good,
Yeah,
but I mean, they don't even bash yet. They don't even blink yet.
He just healed the bear with the Moonwell. I think I've never seen that before. He's taking care of the bear.
Oh.
Oh, and he got the Berserker. Okay, that's a big deal. But Foggy responds by getting the other Berserker across the map. That's important.
But on the other side, yeah, exactly. As you said, the Berserker Stone there. Dude, you know what I learned yesterday? You can use the Wand of Illusion on mirror image.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. I heard you like illusions, so I made an illusion out of your illusion. Dude, these FFA guys, I learn so much every time I cast with them. It's nuts. Totally not game related, by the way.
Alright, and you know what? All of a sudden, it doesn't look too bad. 40 is going for the expansion. Creeps this one up. This is going to get him level 3. Oh my god, he's missing 1 point of experience. Are you kidding me?
Aww.
Should get it soon enough, though. Foggy also continuing to creep. Very close to level 3 himself. He is going double Ancient of War, mass hunts, super all-in. Foggy's feeling aggressive today.
Yeah, can you... Oh, I was about to say, can you clap against this? But it's only Bash and Stormbolt. I mean, yeah. Piercing damage is coming from the mercenaries. That's already a little better than in game 1. But Foggy has such great timings, man. Expansion at 50%. Foggy is in punching distance. All the wisps already here. This series might end very, very soon.
Is he gonna detonate them all on the MK?
And on the...
What's the plan here? It doesn't have enough gold for 6 APs, that's for sure, but at least one is coming. Alright, here we go. We need Militia badly. Great timing on the Militia here by 40.
Sick dodge is also by 40. He dodged every single dispels thus far. And he's diving deep. Quillbee's gone. Hammer to the Berserker. So far, so good.
Score the beast though. Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Ooh. Expo is up.
He's summoned again. Alright, MK still has lots of mana. The miss detonates, seemingly turning out quite problematic. With a lot more mana burn, this MK would have had a tougher time. And he's getting more kills. He's getting close to level 3 over here. Level 4, I mean.
So far, the mercenaries hold, but for how much longer? Diving deep
Berserker.
with the hunt. Heal, heal. Oh, no, he can't heal against that. Footies are falling too. Shadow Priest falling too. Dude, this dive is amazing.
Beastmaster almost level 4, by the way. He needs 1 or 2 more kills and he's gonna have it. But he doesn't have enough mana for some of the next bear. He did go for Quillbee's level 2, of course. Ooh, very tense moment still. MK running out of mana as well. Next Stormbolt flies. Hunters goes down. Denied, however, from the tower. No experience there. Both an inch away from level 4.
Dude, so close. And that is the Shadow Priest down. Level 4, level 2 bash. Big damage boost. And just inches away from that shop as well. But when do you want to use that clarity? It will always be cancelled.
The tower can now, or the AP can attack the arcane. Oh, that's such a big deal. I think that's too much damage. Can he repair? Can he save the arcane? It would be so important. Oh, it's close. It's close. Huntress is in Shadow Melt, but the tower goes down. Level 4 now also on the Beastmaster. and almost has enough mana for the next bear soon in around 20 seconds. But no, he's going for more Quill Beasts.
Oh no.
Shadow Priest
Oh no.
gets a Dispel off. That's good, but falls right away. And the MK. Uh-oh. MK's dropping real low over here.
He's blocking himself to a degree. Foggy closes the door with the 2 hunts. Beastmasters bring in the axes. 1 Invo Potion saves him. That's, of course, a way to use the clarity. Smart by 40.
Militia called from the main base again, but there's so few militia to make use of. Only 3, and they're running into the meat grinder, and that is some easy kills, seemingly. They got an archer at least. MK healing up. His mana is super valuable, but it's taking a long time to heal in terms of just simply health.
Oof. Is he trying to evacuate these workers against Huntress? That's not a good idea.
What he could do is... Wait, didn't he just buy a TP? No, he sold the TP, I see.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he could TP into the expansion with Mass Militia, but the TP is now gone. New Berserker being picked up. Beastmaster getting so much experience. He might be level 5 soon.
But
and more Quilbies will be summoned.
It's still tier 1 after 8 minutes. 40's base holding for now. This is a better game than the first one. So the Mountain King, to a degree, working out, I guess. But no match for the Beastmaster. There's 3 Stormbolts. What's he doing with it?
This is the last chance. This is the last option here that 40 has to force the TP, to force this Beastmaster to retreat. And I think he can. He's got another Stormbolt ready soon.
2.
Oh, he needs to dodge the Stormbolt. He
1.
needs to dodge it with the TP. Oof, and he does. Scary, especially on this high ping, but he does make it work. And the Huntresses all still healthy. The Hail Mary to try to kill the Beastmaster didn't work out, and that is the game. GG. And the 2-0 for Fog.
Wow. It's like a Call of the Wild. Like we mentioned OC's name, and suddenly Foggy's like, all right, I know what you're talking about, Carson. I'll mess Huntresses. Shout out Bob. It works. There's a reason it's so popular over here yonder. It's a good strategy, and Foggy shows us why it's so good. The all-in. I mean, Fortitude maybe with an Archmage could have done a little bit better, but the MK didn't seem that bad, really. He got a bunch of kills. I don't know really where it went wrong. It was just super scrappy, and Foggy, I guess, not cancel the AP, I guess, is where it went wrong, right? He should have maybe prioritized canceling that AP a bit more, and then maybe he could have mined a bit more, and maybe he could afford the Mud Golem, Ogre, Mauler as soon as it hits daytime. I think that's where it went wrong. No AP cancel.
Yeah, weird series, but okay. A disastrous weekend for China. Sini out, 15 Sway out, Ice Orc out, and 40 out. So we get a Western player into the round of 8. Our last match of the day, our last one-on-one match of the day, is between Starbuck and Foggy, and that is also a rematch of the Arcadia World Series qualifier, where Starbuck set the exclamation mark and eliminated Foggy from the winner bracket, but of course both qualified eventually. We also have the FFA semi-final later tonight at around 7 p.m. Of course, we also have the draw of the round of 8, where so far we have Happy, we have Kaho, we have Colorful, we got Focus, Labyrinth, Soin, and Suck, plus Starbuck or Foggy.
A lot of great players, potentially. No matter what, we're going to have a banger tournament next weekend, as well as it has been this weekend. But we'll see. We'll see if that first match of the day will indeed be the highlight of the day, or if Starbuck can find a solution to Mass Huntresses, if it is indeed human for him.
Yeah, we're going to see about that. Have, of course, some time to do the map picks and bans. By the way, next week on Friday, Remo's not going to be with us, and I wonder, are you preferring Carnival over the W3Champions finals?
No comment.
No comment. What's your costume?
I haven't ordered yet, but it is it's a suit that is made of the same design that we as children had, you know, that play carpet thing.
Like Animal Crossing, like the little puzzle piece carpet that you can get in Animal Crossing. Kitty, it's called Kitty Furniture.
It's
Happy Home
I don't know
Society
if
gives you
in
lots
America
of points.
also had that. You know, it has like it's a little town painted on a carpet with streets and stuff, and then you can use your little car.
Oh yeah,
you know?
cars on it. Yeah. My nephew has that. Yep. And I had it when I was a kid too.
Damn, we all grew up in the same town, basically.
Apparently. Small world. Look at us. But you guys grew up, I mean, quite a few years earlier than me, though.
And in Lederhosen and with bratwurst and sauerkraut.
Of course.
Yeah.
Standard.
How do I transition from this discussion to the W3Champions advertisement? I don't know. I just cut it. Here we go. Of course, this is all a group of volunteers, the people that run the W3Champions servers and the entire W3Champions project. There's amazing people in that team. We met them, a bunch of them, at Raraland. If you want to be helpful as well, you can, of course, donate to the cause and support the server cost, for example, or you just join the team. They need people to code. And what they need is JavaScript, C#, .NET, jQuery, Rust for the servers, as well as TypeScript and Node. Also, if you are handy with Photoshop or animations and stuff like that, we always need people to make this a little shinier, because let's be honest, the level up animation from Battle.net is probably the one thing that Battle.net does better than W3Champions, and I hate that they do something better. So if you guys can do animations and graphic stuff, hit us up and let's make W3Champions even more beautiful than it already is. And also, we need help with people that can do moderation, keep the server clean, punish bad behavior and cubing and all that disgusting stuff. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of dirty work. The people behind the project are doing this for 2.5 years and counting. So if you want to relieve some pressure onto these poor souls, then hit them up. Join the Discord. You can find the Discord on their homepage. Very, very easy. And better chat with Safed, for example, or Miyagi. There's a bunch of great people. Discord here. Also, if you do social media, that is very helpful. You can also support them financially, as I said, via Patreon, PayPal, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, or from China, Alipay and WeChat Pay. And maybe you can bring new features or make existing features even better, or make the existing homepage even better. All volunteer work, and we rely on it.
Absolutely. The W3Champions boys have been doing a great job. I wonder what the next amazing feature is that they're going to implement. They have implemented so many already, and it's been truly wonderful to see their progress and how they have single-handedly kept our scene alive, kept it possible for these amazing games to be played, and also this wonderful tradition, this W3Champions season finals, which we've had so many times already. Season 12, and many more to come.
I can't believe it's been 12 already, actually. It seems like only yesterday. Because I think I've casted every season, haven't I?
I think
it's crazy.
You are the only one on the broadcast who casted every season, because you also did the Americas finals, where we were too lazy to do.
Damn.
Yes, good times, good times. Shout out King Deuce, who won the first season, I think, or the second season?
Yeah.
Third season? He won one of them. Shout out Deuce.
That was quite a surprise.
True.
Yeah, beat Insup, beat Cruncher.
He got the smoky smoke icon for it. What happened to Deuce? Where's he gone?
He plays. He's on ladder sometimes. I played him about a month ago. He's on and off playing.
Wouldn't it be a nice coincidence for him to come back, a nice opportunity for him to come back in one of the new tournaments we're running maybe next Wednesday, Carson?
Yeah, maybe he could come back. Maybe he could sign up at, if you do !NALUL in the chat, Deuce, you can find the challenge where you can contribute to the prize pool. You can find, or the match where you can contribute to the prize pool, and the challenge where you can sign up. And it's maybe at 5:30 PST on Wednesday, 8:30 PM EST. It's an NA Cup, but it's open to everyone. So maybe, Deuce, if you're living somewhere else, you can also sign up. You can play 5:30 p.m. PST this Wednesday. I'll be casting it, and I know you love when I cast your games. So, yeah, you guys can sign up. !NALUL in the chat.
All right, then. We take the last one-on-one break of the day, and then we get hyped with Starbuck and Foggy. Spread the word. We need one more player for the round of 8 of the W3Champions Season 12 Grand Finals.